Hey, everybody. Welcome. Leah Ray from digitaltrailblazer.com. I'm going to walk you through 3 ways to start getting free, truly organic traffic for your course, for your coaching business, and stay out of Facebook Messenger. And why I specify that is because there's a lot of people who are talking about free organic traffic and free organic leads, and they're promoting it as free organic marketing. But the reality is they're teaching prospecting. They're teaching simply finding people through Facebook, messaging them, sending a friend request, having a conversation, moving them to a sales call. That is 100% active. Can it work? Absolutely. Can it also be an entire waste of time? Sometimes. It can be really, really time intensive, and it's 100% active. For every single lead you generate, you've had to do specific work for that. For every sale that comes out of it, you've had to work for that individual sale. Now, instead of doing that, which is truly just prospecting, it can work, but it's not organic marketing in its truest sense, because organic marketing is passive, 100% passive. You do the work one time, and then it continues to work for you for a very long time. So what I'm going to show you today, walk you through 3 different ways to build that passive organic traffic to be bringing in leads and sales for a long time after you do the work. The challenge with doing just the free prospecting, right? Yes, it doesn't cost ad money, so you can technically say it's free, but it really costs a ton of time. And in the process, you're not building assets that serve you or build momentum over time. Instead, you're hustling day in and day out, really kind of killing and like hunting and killing your dinner that night. You're hunting for that very next sale, and you're not building something over time that really builds momentum and gets your business moving forward. So at the end of the day, if you haven't generated enough leads, if you haven't closed sales, you're kind of starting over, right? The next day, you're doing the same thing over and over again. So I want to help you avoid that, having to do that, and learn some true marketing strategies that are going to bring you sales. So as you jump on, let me know you're here. Say howdy. We're going to go over some good stuff. If you get some good engagement, hey, maximum welcome. I might just throw in a free coaching session for someone, but I got to see a lot of comments. So if you impress me with a lot of comments, I'll do a live one-on-one coaching session. I'll do a giveaway for that. But I got to see some really good engagement for that. And if at any time tonight you're like, hey, this sounds really good, but I need more help with this. Hey, cool. Guess what we do? We specifically help people with this. So just type in the description of the video, there is a link to book a call with us to see how we can help you in our business. So as this wraps up, definitely go ahead and click on that. And you can also join our Facebook group, because I got more training coming on Thursday night that you will definitely love. Now, what is awesome about all 3 of these strategies, and if you're good, I might give a bonus strategy as well. I've got 4 ready in case we get some good engagement. What's awesome about it is that when you have true organic marketing, it's being shared, it's being ranked, it's being promoted by other people and by algorithms. So you do the work once. I've done this. We've done this, and we've benefited so much in our business from doing the work one time, and then years later, still generating leads and sales from that one-time work. It's beautiful, because you're essentially building like real estate assets online, where each one of them has the potential to do that for you. And the more that you build, the more that you do, the bigger it gets, the more momentum you can create. So it's very leveraged. Create it once and it drives traffic for a very long time. Now, the trade-off, it isn't all sunshine and roses. I wish it was all sunshine and roses, but it is not. The trade-off is that it is slower. So whereas paid traffic, ads, or prospecting can get you immediate leads and immediate sales, what we're talking about today, these traffic strategies aren't. They are very unlikely to get you any action right away. They typically take months and sometimes years to really pay off and hit some momentum. So you have to have a long-term view. You got to be playing the long-term game to really stick with this and make it work. But when you do, it is gorgeous. But because of this, we don't recommend that you only choose one of these three strategies and do that. Okay. Instead, it's going to benefit you the most to do this in combination with paid ads or with prospecting, so that you've got something to bring you immediate sales while you're building up these organic traffic strategies that can bring you more long-term. So combo is really the best option for you. Now, number one, we're going to talk about a newer platform. So there are newer platforms like TikTok that might be a really good option for you. Now, the benefits of TikTok, there is virality, or the much more ability to go viral on TikTok for someone who's brand new than somebody else. Let's think about it. With TikTok, it is short form content, 60 seconds, 30 seconds, 30 seconds, 15 seconds, short little bursts of video. I know they're getting some longer stuff, but it's the core of it is short. People go onto TikTok, they're zoning out, and they're just scrolling through for hours sometimes through these videos. Because the videos are so short and people spend hours on the platform, TikTok needs new content all the time. They need you as a creator to create content, and they are willing to promote your content very easily to whoever they think might like it. So there is that benefit. Now, there's also a bit of a risk. Whenever there's a new platform, or newer, I know TikTok's not technically new, but it is a newer platform. And there is some risk that it doesn't stick around forever. Now, there's no guarantees that any platform sticks around forever, but we can pretty much say, Facebook is pretty stable. Instagram is pretty stable. YouTube is pretty stable. Those places are not going anywhere anytime soon. However, we can't quite say that for TikTok. It might stay around for a long time, but with Facebook and Instagram now getting into Reels, with YouTube doing shorts, we can't say long-term that it's still going to be relevant a few years from now. So there is potential that it doesn't stick around forever. So you have to weigh that for yourself. With all of these platforms and all of these strategies that I'm going to walk you through, you need to really ask yourself, in addition to the pros and cons that I'm going to be laying out for you, you need to ask yourself, where is your audience hanging out and how are they wanting to consume content? Because that should definitely be a factor. If you know your audience well, you should have an idea of where they are. What platforms are they consuming information on? Where are they searching for information? Where are they zoning out and just consuming? You should know that about your audience, and that should definitely factor in. Now, if you're going to do TikTok, I know there's some different strategies people use. People talk about doing 2 videos a day, every day on TikTok. I've seen some people do well with that, but if you actually look at TikTok, the last time I looked, I guess it was a little bit ago, but they said 3 to 5 videos a week total. So they suggested for maximum growth 3 to 5 videos a week. So that's often an easier pill to swallow for most people to create those kind of videos. Hey, Andrew's Coffee, welcome. So 3 to 5 videos a week would be a good starting point. And you can test and see if more or less works for you and your content and your community. Now, with your channel, your account on TikTok, and really on everything I'm about to talk through, all of these different strategies, there really needs to be a theme. And this is core, thanks, Henry. This is core to everything you do online. This is core to your coaching business, to your course. You need to build a brand that says, hey, I help these certain people get this certain result. So for Todd and I, we help experts, we help coaches, we help entrepreneurs to create, to launch, to sell, and scale digital courses and coaching programs. That is what we do across the board. No matter where you find us, that's the kind of content that we're going to be creating. So we're talking about traffic today. I could be talking about internet traffic for any sort of thing, but I'm specifically talking about traffic for courses and coaches because that's our audience. That's who we are working with. So you definitely need a theme behind all of it. But when you are working with TikTok, you do need to add a little bit more entertainment value to it. The overall vibe and feel of TikTok is pretty lighthearted. You want to have fun with it. It shouldn't just be really like straightforward, just talking content. You got to have a little bit of interest in it, a little bit of fun with it. And you should study other channels that offer value and teach or train or whatever with their content, but they're doing it in a fun way. So study what they're doing and do that. And you also want to be on top of viral trends. So when there are audios, when there's songs, different sounds that are trending on TikTok, when there's different dances or whatever, you can take those and you can put a spin on it that speaks to your audience and use those. And that's a really good way to create content. It's a really good way to hit the algorithms in TikTok and get pushed out to more people. Now, a ninja trick that we have used very successfully, I was going to say selectively, but also successfully with TikTok. You can find us on TikTok. We're not huge, but we have had some videos that have gone viral, you know, like 77,000 or 70,000 views and that sort of thing. Now, for a strategy that's really cool for TikTok, if you have a type of topic that requires more explanation, it requires more than 60 seconds to give them something good. A great way to do this is to have a YouTube channel where you have the big video with the great content and you can go as long as you need to. And then on TikTok, because TikTok and YouTube can talk, you can connect your accounts and people can find your YouTube from your TikTok profile. You can do a sort of trailer or teaser video on TikTok that has it hooks them in, gets them really interested, leaves a cliffhanger, and then points them to watch the full video on YouTube. Todd and I have done that, and we've gained a lot of subscribers. We've gotten a big bump in views when we've done that, and those videos have gone viral on TikTok. So that is a little ninja hack that you might be able to utilize in your business. Now, Henry asking about Instagram. Great one. We're going to get into some more. So that was only strategy number one. We're going to get into some more. And we're not actually going to cover in detail Instagram today. I will throw in there, since you bring it up, that Instagram, if you're going to be doing Instagram, you definitely want to be doing Reels. So pay attention to what Instagram is promoting. Usually their newest features for them, they're promoting them because they want people to start to use those new features. And so they're going to reward you when you do. So for them, it's Reels. So if you want to build an audience on Instagram, then make sure that you're using Reels in your content plan. Okay. Now, the second strategy on how to generate free traffic is YouTube. YouTube is crazy powerful. It is crazy powerful. It is the second largest search engine in the world next to Google. And guess who owns YouTube? Google. So it's really the same people anyway. So what's cool is that people go to YouTube to search for information, to learn things, and you can be there with videos answering those questions. And when you do that, if you've got a video that's doing really well on YouTube, you can also be ranking on Google for it, which we've done with some of our videos, that people search Google for how to sell digital courses with Facebook ads, right? Or something like that. And then your video can actually show up on Google as well. So there is some cross-pollination with it, which is really awesome. But the amount of video that is consumed on YouTube is ridiculous. It blows out of the water. Netflix, Facebook, anything like that. It's huge. There is a ton of people on YouTube consuming content, and you can get a little slice of that pie if you put some work in. Now, with YouTube, when you're just getting started and you're a coach, you're a course creator, you typically want to start with search-based traffic. So answering questions like with how-to videos and that sort of thing. They're very helpful. They can get ranked with when people are searching for topics. Getting ranked just means that it shows up at the top of the search results. So that's great. However, you don't want to stay in search traffic. 75% of the video views on YouTube come from suggested not from search. So you may start in search. I'm okay with that. That's all right. But you need to start moving over into suggested if you truly want to go viral, if you want to have a lot of growth. So one really, really important thing for you to know is whenever you're putting together a video for YouTube, spend a lot of time and focus on having a very clickable title and a clickable thumbnail. It is less important to have the keywords in your title than it is to have a title that makes people want to click it. So create your titles, create your thumbnails with actual people in mind for something they truly would want to click on and watch. And I just noticed I am a little pale. It's because it's sunny out and the window is bringing in extra light. So I don't need any comments about how pale and overlit I am. I've gotten some of those lately. Okay, I understand. I'm very, very pale. And when you add extra light, it doesn't help. Okay, now for search-based videos where you get started and focused on, you need to cut right to the chase. You do not want to add a whole bunch of story to it. You don't want to talk about your dog. You don't want to talk about the weather, any of that, the screaming kids in the background, whatever, right? You don't want to talk about that stuff. What you want to talk, if they're looking for a video through search, they want an answer. Like when they click on that video, you need to immediately dive right into what they want. Don't give this big introduction. Don't do all of that kind of stuff. Instead, focus on what they are looking for. So cut to the chase. Keep it simple and dive right into it. Now, people have short attention spans. That's why content like what's going on TikTok is working so well, is because it's short. People are scrolling through, they get their little bit of entertainment and they move on to the next video, right? So with your content, when you're having a 3, 5, 10-minute video, 15-minute video, whatever it is on YouTube, you got to remember people still have really short attention spans. So you need to work hard to keep their attention throughout the entire video. You can do that with how you're speaking. You can do that with your energy level, how you move and use your hands, right? You can do that through your editing, through zooming in slowly, zooming out, slowly moving the camera around, having different camera angles come in, through your edits where you're popping up different text, where you're making points and those points are showing up on the screen for them to see. You can do that with the music where you can edit and have different music stopping and starting in different points to help keep people's attention. So there's a lot of ways to help bring in people's attention, but truth be told, like every 10 seconds or something, typically something needs to change on the screen to keep people engaged, because that's about the length of our attention span. Now, for YouTube, big tip that I have for you is to be a student, to study other channels that are working really well in your industry. Now, let me tell you a story about a mistake that I made that I don't want you to make. So when I first really started getting serious about YouTube, I had a friend who had massive amounts of subscribers. He had like 300,000 subscribers on YouTube. And I was like, awesome, he's crushing it. Let me study what he's doing, and then I'm going to crush it. And I spent about a year trying to do that without much success. Why? Well, he really didn't have a healthy channel. I didn't know it at the time. Now I do. So I'm going to let you know what a not healthy channel is. When you look for a channel to study, they should have, so someone who has 300,000 subscribers, when they post a video, if they have a healthy channel, they should have a ton of views. They should have hundreds of thousands of views. My friend who had a ton of subscribers only had a couple thousand views whenever he posted a video. It was really only 2 videos in his entire video library that was bringing him all of his subscribers. So that isn't a healthy channel. That isn't a channel that you want to mimic and study. Instead, you want to find someone who has a better subscriber to viewer ratio, where for as many subscribers as they have a lot of views for their regular everyday videos that they're posting. Study those channels. Those are healthy channels that are growing and going to keep growing. So look for healthy channels. to really study how they're editing, how they're talking, how they're telling stories, how they're doing their explanations, how they're teaching, how they're all that kind of stuff, right? Study them, study their thumbnails, study their titles, study what's working so that you can apply what you're learning to your own content. I love YouTube. It is a beast. It is a lot to learn. It is a lot to commit to. So if you've noticed, we've switched to streaming. If you're like scared, if you're like, oh, that sounds like a lot of work. I was thinking about YouTube, but now you're scaring me. I don't mean to. You can do something as easy as what I'm doing now, which is simply live streaming. If you know you don't have the time to put into really good recorded content right now, but you want to get started on YouTube, just start doing live streaming. Live stream, live stream, live stream. That is what we are doing right now. We're going to be getting back into good recorded content, but right now we're in a growth period with our business. We're bringing on some team members, and until they are trained up and running with it, I just don't have the bandwidth to do that myself. So I'm live streaming, so I can still serve my people on YouTube, but it's a lot easier. You don't have all of the prep work, all of the editing, everything that you would typically have to go through for a good recorded video on YouTube. So don't be scared off. You can start with live streaming if you want, and then move to recorded, where you're getting more into editing, post-production stuff, and really planning and scripting everything out. Now, number 3, remember, if I get enough comments, I need a few more here. I will do 4 for you. So I have 3 ready to go. I've got a 4th, which is really hot because it's a lot less work for you, so you definitely want it. So give me some more comments, ladies and gentlemen, and I'll give you a 4 instead of just 1. All right. Number 3, blogging. Now with blogging, it is not what it was 10 years ago. To really succeed today, you need to really study and build up your skills. There's a lot more technical skills required to really succeed in blogging than there once was. Okay, it's getting more competitive. There's a lot of blogs out there. You may want to actually hire some professionals to help you speed up the process, do some setup, do some backlinking for you so that you can rank. But the whole concept with a blog, a good blog that's getting traffic, people are finding you. They're searching Google. They're searching a search engine for information, and your articles are coming up for answers. So it's a great strategy, but you do have to study and learn it and implement it correctly. Now, again, you're going to use search. You're going to have to answer questions people are asking. And whether it's blogging, whether it's YouTube, how do you know what questions people are asking? There are great tools out there like Keyword Everywhere, Neil Patel's Uber Suggest, Answer the Public, Google Trends. There's vidIQ and TubeBuddy. I think they've got tools built that help you figure out what are people actually searching for. So figure out what people are looking for and then answer those in articles. Now, there's a lot it's not just, people get this, I hear it all the time. I like to write, so I started a blog. And I said, and they've been doing it for like years. They have had a blog for years. And I ask about the amount of traffic they get to it, and it's like none. Like they don't have any traffic coming to it. And they've been posting an article a week for 2 years. Being a good writer does not mean that you're going to generate traffic from a blog. In order to generate traffic on your blog, you need to do all of the SEO stuff, search engine optimization. You need to get the backlinks. You need to get all of those relevant links. You need to have all of the everything set up to truly tell Google to pay attention to you. And whether you do that all yourself or you hire some professionals to help you get that set up and running, that's what's required to be successful with a blog. Now, I have a friend, Nancy at Noble Knits, and she's got 2 blogs that get significant traffic every month. And it's working really well for her. She studied, she learned how to blog well, she learned how to get on Google. And now she does incredibly well with it. So you can totally do this, but you have to be a student, right? You have to really learn what's required to generate traffic with a blog, because anybody can throw up a blog. Anybody can throw up some articles on a blog. It's entirely different to actually generate traffic from it. So keep that in mind. It is easier to rank typically on YouTube than it is to rank with blogs. So there is a trade-off, okay? YouTube, you're much more likely to rank on YouTube's algorithms easier than you are to rank on a blog with Google. However, the one really, really priceless thing about a blog is that you own it. We've seen over the last few years, social media, Facebook and YouTube have shut down or hindered accounts that they didn't agree with. Not that they were necessarily doing anything bad, but things that they didn't align with their agenda or what they wanted out there or whatever else. And they were totally free to do that because they own the platform. You as a channel, you as a creator do not. However, if you have a blog, if you have a website, you own that website and no one's taking it away from you. So there is that level to it, which is really important. Thank you, Camille. Awesome. So keep that in mind. If you have any sort of topic, if you are in an industry that is edging on something that may be racy, it may be political, it may make some people upset, whatever, definitely focus on your own website, because you don't want to be at the controls of someone else who can shut you down. Okay. Yes, absolutely. Got that right. Okay, cool. So now we did have a bunch more comments, so I can throw up a few more things. Now, again, if you're seeing this stuff, you're like, I need to be able to generate traffic. I need to be able to sell more of my program. Cool. That's what we help with. There is a link at the top of the description of this video. Just click on it, book an appointment with me, and we'll talk, see where you are and how we can help you to really achieve the goals and things that you're looking to do. Now, number 4, this is really cool because you're essentially kind of skipping all of the hard work of building your own audience. Number 4 is when you're leveraging other people's audiences and you are being featured. Now, there's really 2 ways to go about this, but one way is if you are doing blogging, if you are doing YouTube, you have people that find your content and reach out to you, and they want to host you. They want to feature you in a summit or a podcast. Those are 2 of the most prominent ways people are doing it these days: podcasts and summits. So you're getting people, if you're doing all of this good stuff, which you should be doing anyway, people will find you and they'll say, hey, I want her on my podcast, or I want her or him in my summit. When they do that, they are taking you, they'll do an interview or a video you create or something like that, and they're going to put it out in front of their audiences. Now, you're getting all of the benefit of everything else we've already talked about, but you didn't have to build the audience. These people are providing the audience for you. So it works out really well. And I'll tell you, I have made thousands and thousands of dollars of sales from other people's summits. There is a good friend of mine who puts on amazing summits, who I will always say yes when she asks me to be on a summit for her. Why? Because every time I do, I make thousands of dollars in sales. So yeah, if I can do a quick 20-minute interview or something and make thousands of dollars in sales, sure, that makes sense. Like, why would I not do that? So being hosted by other people in their audiences is a really great way to do this. Now, if you're thinking, well, I don't really have a big channel. I don't have a podcast or a blog that's taken off. Like, how do people find me? You don't actually have to wait for them to find you. You can go out and offer your services to them, offer your expertise to their audience. So there are people who are spending time reaching out, and whether they have an agency do it for them or a VA or they do it themselves, they go out and they offer their expertise to people who have podcasts, people who do summits, people who are out there looking for content for their audiences. There are even websites you can sign up for and say, hey, this is my expertise. I'm here if anybody wants to talk about it. And so you can leverage other people's audiences, just come on their shows, come on their podcasts, come on their summits, give your little bits of expertise. And from that, drive people into a lead magnet or to your Facebook group or to your sales funnel, and then make sales from that. And building traffic, getting traffic, essentially siphoning off some of their audience into your own traffic to sell your courses, to sell your coaching programs. So it works really well, let me tell you. I don't ever go out and search for people to promote me or to feature me, but I get asked to do it all the time because we do have a YouTube channel. We've got different, we're running ads on Facebook. We've got a big Facebook group, all this kind of stuff. So we get asked to be on it all the time. And 9 times out of 10, we say yes, because it's solid. Like, it just makes sense. If I can give you a few minutes of my time, one time, and then you're going to promote that to a whole bunch, an audience, across the globe. Yeah, I'll do that. Makes sense. As long as the audiences fit with who I want to work with. Absolutely. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to wrap it up. If you want to win a one-on-one coaching session with myself, type in the word win. I'm going to give you a couple seconds to do that. And then I might choose someone here at the end, but I'll give you a couple seconds. If you're on the replay, I can choose you afterwards. That's fine. I'll just, reply or something if I can. But if you need help with creating a marketing plan, fleshing out your marketing message, putting together your program, building an audience for your program, selling your program, that is our line of expertise and exactly how we can help you. So in the link at the top link of the description, click on that link, book a call with myself. We'll talk about where you are now, where you're looking to be, and how we can help you to do that. So have a blessed rest of your day. Take care. I'll see you next week. Bye.